The Oak Lawn Community High School Media Productions Club proudly presents the weekly edition of the Spartan News.
Welcome again, Spartan, to this winter edition of the Spartan News. Good morning, I'm Iman, bringing you the latest news in the Spartan News. Attention freshmen through juniors. Round 2 of Yearbook Pictures are scheduled for March 2nd and March 3rd from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. Please see the email and canvas from Mr. Morgan to sign up. You need to have your picture taken by Life Touch to get in the yearbook. Speaking of portraits, let's go to Hiba for news on staff portraits from the Student Council.
Student Council is hosting a session for students to draw a portrait of their favorite staff member on Monday, March 8th at 1 to 3 p.m. in the Media Center. No artistic skills needed. We'll use Apple pencils to create pieces of thoughtful art for staff. Email Mrs. Sidlow if you'd like to participate. There is a limit of 25 students.
Student Council will host Who's a Teacher's Pet Trivia on March 15 at 12 p.m. Follow Student Council Instagram and Twitter for more information. Now to more club news.
Both the JV and varsity Scholastic Bowl earned the second seed in the conference tournament year. Let's talk to Mr. DiFilippo and Mr. Gurney about the season.
Thanks, Nick. We're here to talk about Scholastic Bowl. And first, I'm going to talk about the JV Scholastic Bowl team. Currently, we are in second place in the SSC Red. And tomorrow, we have a very important conference meet. Our top performers on JV so far this year have been Quinn Haywood, Timothy Weber, and Matthew Perry. They've done an outstanding job.
Okay, about the varsity. This is both of our first times doing Scholastic Bowl. We're very excited about it. The varsity also finished in second place. Our big performers have been Brendan Gallion, John Unger, Jonathan Weber, Yusra Abdurrahman, and Lena Abdurrahman. So we're going to be and Malik Adai has moved up to varsity, freshman. So we're looking forward to the conference tournament.
Photojournalism Club is creating a book of Oaks' quarantine stories. The book will be digital and a cross between the two former books created by photography students over the past 2 years, the Spartan Senior Portrait Traits and the Spartan Portrait Diary.
The photos will be taken by photography students or students themselves would submit high-quality photos and digital recordings of their experiences during this global pandemic and participation in the surreal common experience we are all experiencing. All are welcome to participate in this experience. Look out for an email soon from Mrs. Morgan. And now to sports.
Let's have a conversation with Athletic Director Mr. Jeremy Cryan to talk about the tryout process. Hello, Mr. Cryan. There are a lot of sports coming up. Can you walk us through the tryout process?
Coming up in a week, we have our spring sports starting. Not your typical spring sports. The IHSA switched things around to try to give every program the opportunity to compete this year. So our spring sports coming up this year are girls volleyball, football, boys soccer, sideline cheer, and sideline dance. Your typical spring sports like your baseball, your softball, boys volleyball, track, those are all called summer sports now, and they'll start later in April, and we'll have registration for that later on in the year. But right now, registration is open for anyone who wants to compete or participate in any of those spring sports. All you have to do is go to olchsathletics.com. There's a link in the announcement section for 8 to 18 registration. You have to register. A parent has to register you prior to tryouts in order to compete or participate. You also have to have a current physical on file with the athletic office.
Girls Volleyball Open gyms are on Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tryouts will be March 8th in Spartan Gym. Thank you, Mr. Cryan.
The girls basketball team is off to an impressive start to the season for the Oak Lawn after a 58-34 win Wednesday night over TF South. This team is about the unselfish play, relentless defense, accurate three-point shooting, and a real sense of unity. These traits have led them to a record of 5-0 overall and 4-0 in the South Southern Conference. Coach Mark Savage and his senior-laden group have demonstrated a commitment to excellence. Thank you, Mr. Cryan.